Charlie, do you want to have a little recap? Your voice is doing well today, but I'm always a bit nervous it's going to go.
Yeah, look, the basics are that behind the scenes, there's a number of people that have been asked to keep quiet about the revaluation and about what's happening with the financial system behind the scenes. I can assure you everything is good, but we're not allowed to talk about it. We've got plenty to talk about, though, with what's going on with the indictment of Trump. And I'll tell you right now, firsthand, the indictment of Trump for the January 6th is a sting operation. And they've jumped in with both feet. And now they're in there. They're in too deep. And they've suddenly realized they've made probably their biggest ever mistake. The problem that you've got is that they've become desperate. And they're making silly, silly mistakes now. So we'll see this. How it will play out, I don't know. I can't even second guess it, because on this journey, when I've predicted it's going a certain way, it's gone the opposite way. Look, we're all doing the best we can to establish the truth. The one thing that we all know is that God wins in the end. We just don't know when the end will be. Somebody told me with confidence, we'll look back from 2026 and say it's done. So that suggests to me that it will take the whole of the rest of 2023, all of 2024. We'll see 2024, we'll see all the financial stuff change. And then 2025 will be the tail end of it, so we can look back and see it. So for those that are panicking, don't panic. I said it earlier, that if you trust God, then you won't be stressed about it. If you're living in fear right now, it's because Satan is in your life, and you need to get rid of him. Because God will bring you peace. Because God has this under control. As SG and I both know, this has all been done. The victory's already been won, but it's playing out, and it's taking time to play out, to wake up as many people as possible so that we don't leave people behind. Now, there's a lot of people that wake that will turn around and go, well, bugger them. They should have woken up ages ago. But that's not how God thinks. That's how Charlie thinks. So, and other people think the same way. Look, hurry up, let's get it done. It's not down to that. It's down to God's timing, and God isn't running late. We just have to learn patience, which is always hard, because we've been awake for ages. It feels like we've been up for ages, waiting for things to happen, but we want to bring as many people with us as we possibly can. And I know the feeling of, leaving behind. I know that feeling. It's in me as well. Let's get a move on and sod them. But that's not.
While you were talking, Charlie, I just looked up something quite relevant. I wonder how many people listening here know how many years the American War of Independence took. I thought it took 5 years, but I just looked it up. It took 7 years. And although we're only in year 3, maybe /4. So if you think about these conflicts do take time. World War II, 5 years. We're not quite over it yet. So I think your timing is about right there.
Also, from my point of view, on the financial side, I don't think people understand how complex it is to get every single country aligned. It's not easy. I gave the example so many times about Dubai, having all the different nationality of banks. If you were to change the financial system in Dubai, it would take you months to get everybody in line. And then you go, oh, you've got to match up with Abu Dhabi. Oh, you've got to match up with Sharjah. All these different places that you'd have to. Oh, and by the way, when you've done that, you've got to match up with Qatar and Bahrain and Oman and Saudi Arabia. Oh, by the way, you've got to link up with India. I mean, it's a massive operation to get this done, and they're doing amazing, amazing work behind the scenes. I see a comment there about the EBS. Look, it may well be its own EBS if they manage to get Trump's indictment televised. It's quite funny because Schiff was demanding it to be televised. And then Trump said, yeah, that's a good idea. And then Schiff went, what do you mean it's a good idea? No, we don't want it televised. It just shows how bad these people are.